Why do other people's beliefs make you mad? Well, hello and welcome to another coffee time, my friends. It's a beautiful day in the studio. It is a cold day outside. I am very much enjoying being inside for these coffee times. Why do other people's beliefs make you mad? I often find people on my YouTube channel who get mad at my beliefs. They get mad at my beliefs. I have one person, and I think it's one person, I'm not 100% sure, who is obviously coming from a very Christian perspective and a very much messianic Jesus perspective. Because all my videos that mention my memories of Jeshua being a nice, funny, loving guy, caring guy, but not being a Messiah, all get disliked. But they never leave a comment to tell me why, right? But I dislike this. But to take the time to dislike something means they're disliking my beliefs. Now, my Christmas message was about the man that I remember, the loving, caring man who was married and showed us what love really was. And I personally think it's a better story than the mythological story based in old pagan myths, the virgin birth and the things of that nature. It's a better story because he's one of us. He's someone who is showing us, yes, you can get there. But that story made someone mad enough to hit a dislike button. And why did they hit the dislike button? Because they had to be right. Because their belief has to be right, and so it makes them angry when someone doesn't believe it. And they have to reach out to just say, I don't like that. Well, why are you judging other people's beliefs? Because you have to be right. Is that loving? To say what I believe is correct and what you believe is not? Is that loving? And if that's not loving, then what is your religion teaching you? What is your belief system teaching you? Your belief system is teaching you that if someone doesn't believe as you do, that they're wrong and you have to dislike them and you have to chastise them and you have to judge them. And then it says in their Bible, judge not lest ye shall be judged. Well, the second you judge somebody, you're judging them as someone who thinks differently than you. And all you're really doing is judging yourself as a judgmental person. You are telling the world you are someone who is not open to talking and expressing your love. Instead, you're saying, I'm going to dictate how they should believe. And I'm going to get mad if they don't believe as I do. And I have to say that the people who I know who think that way have an artificial happiness. And it's an artificial happiness because they've found this little velvet cage where they can say, this is the way things are. And anything outside of this cage is wrong. And I'm comfortable in my cage. I have these limitations. I won't believe this because of that. And it really comes down to, why are you getting mad? Why are you feeling that way? God speaks to us in feelings, not thinkings. And when we stop into that place of feeling, God is love. Love is a feeling. And that anger, that mad, that frustration is not love. That's fear, that's anger, that's judgment. That's not love. Fear, anger, and judgment come from man's mind. It's an illusion. We've created this illusion that this is the way the world is. And so anything outside of this illusion is wrong and bad. I would say this. If you're judging, if you're mad because someone believes other than you, ask yourself why. Ask yourself, what is the reason why you're mad? Because you're not mad because they're wrong. You're actually mad because they might be right. And that doesn't fit in your model. My mom, who had her master's degree in liturgy, head of liturgical doctrine at our Catholic Church. And when I Started having all my experiences with reincarnation and past lives. My mom went to her Irish Catholic priest, and he was straight from Ireland. He was. And she says, Father, I'm really concerned about my son. He thinks he's a reincarnated apostle. And the priest looked to his left and he looked to his right and he leaned in real close. He says, don't discount it. It might be true. That man lived love. That man was open to possibility. That man understood that there could be more to the world, that God is unlimited. That man understood. And yet, he was still a Catholic priest. But he was open enough to realize that there could be more, that God is unlimited. And when you get mad at someone for not believing as you do, it's not because of their limitations. It's because of your own. And I hope this video will show you that God is too big to be encompassed by one religion. God is too big to be held by one school of thought. The Dalai Lama says, my religion is simple, my religion is kindness. Are you mad at him too? All he's talking is kindness. All he's talking is kindness. The Prophet Muhammad said, he who knows not kindness has no faith, because the word Islam means peace and subjugation to peace. To be a Muslim is to be a follower of peace. So is your way the only way? Is your way the right way? Is that why you're mad? And if you're mad for those reasons, then I would stop and take an assessment of how your life feels. Does your life feel mad? Does your life feel judgmental? Does your life feel as if you need to hold power over others and tell them how wrong they are? Because if that's how you feel, I don't want your belief. Because I feel happy. I feel joyful. I love you and I love all the people around you. And when I hear you come at me or at anyone with anger and frustration and judgment, all I see is your fear. And fear is what? Well, the Buddha said the secret to enlightenment is the eradication of fear. And you're afraid of being wrong. I accept many things in Christianity. I talk about it every day in videos. I also accept Buddhism and Hinduism and Baha'i and Wicca and New Age thought. I find my personal truth in all of it. I'm not judging you for yours. I respect your belief. But I do not respect the judgment and the anger and the frustration that you cast on people for not believing as you do, because that's not love. That's the opposite. This is just something to think about if you're judging. And if you have to feel like you need to dislike, please put a comment on the video. I would love to know the reason why you dislike. And if the reason is because it doesn't match your beliefs, why are you mad at me for not believing like you? Do you feel I must? Do you feel that I must believe only as you do and that you have to be right? This is just something for you to think about. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.